They had studied Earth for decades before they made contact. Their species, logical, data-driven, hyper-intelligent, relied on perfect simulations and emotionless precision. The invasion wasn't personal, it was statistical. When they launched the offensive, their war algorithms gave humanity a 1% chance of survival. Earth's technology was primitive, its politics fractured, and its military response sluggish. But deep in a hidden operations bunker beneath Greenland, a woman named Commander Alara Voss reviewed the same data and smiled. To the alien strategists, her response was illogical, even irrational. But they underestimated what that 1% meant. To a species that had clawed its way through extinction-level events, world wars, and apocalyptic near misses. Alara wasn't laughing at the odds. She was laughing because, in human history, 1% had always been more than enough. She wasn't gambling with numbers. She was counting on something the aliens could never predict. Raw human defiance, unpredictable tactics, and the terrifying will to survive no matter the cost. The arrival. The sky didn't burn red or split apart. It shimmered, quietly like heat over asphalt, before the first ship descended. Unlike Hollywood's vision of alien invasions, there was no warning, no sirens, no dramatic speeches. A single ship the size of a small city simply appeared above the Pacific Ocean, hovering silently, casting a long shadow that stretched for miles. Humanity had long speculated about intelligent life beyond Earth. Scientists broadcast radio signals, launched telescopes into deep space, and dreamed of first contact. But when it came, it was neither peaceful nor poetic. The Varelians, as they called themselves, came not for diplomacy, but for dominion. They were cold, logical, and merciless. Their initial communications bypassed Earth's major languages entirely, encrypted mathematical scripts projected directly into the minds of high-level defense personnel. Within hours, they hacked into satellites, blacked out power grids, and disabled communication hubs across Asia and Europe. Their artificial intelligences, operating on quantum neural networks, simulated trillions of battle scenarios. The outcome was consistent, a 99% chance of success. Humanity's resistance, they concluded, would crumble within a month. The data was absolute. The anomaly in a fortified base buried beneath Greenland's ice. The Allied Earth Defense Command, AEDC, scrambled to interpret what remained of their fragmented global intelligence. Amid the chaos sat Commander Alara Voss. She wasn't famous, nor a politician. She had spent her career in black ops and off-grid military research, designing adaptive combat systems and leading rapid response war simulations. Most didn't even know she existed, but the aliens did. Within their probabilistic models, a red marker blinked, an anomaly. The 1% deviation, a single node in their simulations that consistently disrupted their victory conditions. That node was Alara. The Varelians didn't understand her. She was unpredictable. She made decisions that no algorithm could anticipate, choosing chaotic tactics that contradicted centuries of military logic. Her neural scan data, intercepted from a leaked medical file, showed abnormal frontal lobe activity, a fusion of tactical aggression, risk-taking, and deep empathetic intuition. To them, she was broken. To Earth, she was hope. The briefing. When Alara saw the projections, she didn't panic. She reviewed the alien strategy, examined their use of logic trees, the suppression drones, the electromagnetic disruption waves. They were flawless. Except for one thing. They didn't understand humans. They think we play to win, she told the gathered commanders. But we play so we don't lose. There's a difference. Her plan was dangerous. It required splitting remaining forces into dozens of microcells, feeding the Varelians false intelligence, and using terrain against their technology. She authorized the use of guerrilla tactics from ancient Earth wars, Vietnamese tunnel systems, Mongolian feint attacks, and even improvised WW2-style sabotage. She also did something no AI expected. She opened communication channels to civilians, not to calm them, but to arm them. Farmers became sappers, Kids learned to jam signals with hacked drones, and doctors performed surgery under electromagnetic blackout. The first counterstrike. The first major push came in Southeast Asia. The Varelians deployed drones with precision targeting and adaptive shielding, but they didn't account for humidity clogging their cooling systems. In Vietnam, locals rerouted water vapor using hacked irrigation pumps, causing the drones to overheat mid-air. In South America, rebels used solar mirrors to blind atmospheric surveillance units. In Siberia, hunters used traditional wolf traps to immobilize mechs. It wasn't about defeating the Varelians in a straight fight. It was about bleeding them slowly, confusing their logic. Ilara's message to her teams was simple. Don't be predictable. Don't be brave. Be chaotic. Within 2 weeks, the Varelians' 99% projection dropped to 78%, the turning point. The aliens changed strategy. They began targeting Ilara directly. Her command base was attacked by high-altitude kinetic rods, projectiles moving at Mach 10, but she'd already moved. Her shadow network had predicted the timing by analyzing alien orbital patterns using starlight shadow displacement, a trick learned from old NASA astronomers. She relocated to a deep-sea command pod off the coast of Iceland, connected to Global Command through fiber-optic whale tag relays, something no AI could anticipate. In one intercepted communication, a Varelian strategist asked, "Why does this one disrupt all predictions?" The answer, among humans, was simple. Heart. Machines could simulate logic, but they couldn't simulate desperation, love, revenge, or sacrifice. The Battle of Nairobi had become one of the last open resistance capitals. The Varelians launched a final offensive with 4 motherships and over 20,000 automated units. Ilara wasn't there physically, but her tactics were. Fires were started using bioluminescent oil from genetically modified algae, confusing thermal sensors. Old train lines were wired with EMP mines disguised as litter. Children flew kites laced with copper wiring to create temporary signal disruptions. In one of the most iconic moments of the war, a blind woman played a wooden flute on a rooftop, luring drones toward a sound beacon before it detonated. The world watched. The Varelians lost over 6,000 units. Their projection dropped below 50%. Chapter 7. The Confrontation. Eventually, the Varelians did what they had never done before. They asked for parley. A holographic envoy materialized in Ilara's command pod. It was tall, eyeless, and glowing faintly blue. "Our models were perfect," it said. "Your species is an error." Ilara stood, arms crossed. "No," she replied. "Your models were arrogant. You left no room for the irrational. You still only have a 1% chance of final victory," she smiled. "Then I guess you're doomed." Chapter 8. The final blow. Ilara launched Operation Mirage, a global misinformation campaign designed to make the aliens believe Earth's last nuclear cache was in Antarctica. The real payload, hidden in orbit inside a decommissioned weather satellite, fired a single EMP burst across the alien fleet's command network. It fried their collective neural link. Without shared memory, their AI became isolated. Their coordination collapsed. Earth's scattered forces swept through with primitive but relentless fury. Within 72 hours, 80% of the Varelian presence was gone. The price of survival. The war had ended, but the scars it left ran deeper than craters or crumbled cities. In the weeks following the Varelians' retreat, the Earth was eerily quiet. No air traffic, no satellites chirping in orbit, no internet. For the first time in modern history, silence reigned over technology. Ilara Voss emerged from the deep sea, command pod she had called home for months. Her hair was longer, her face gaunt, but her eyes still burned with purpose. She stepped onto Iceland's frozen shoreline to a world unsure of what came next. The United Earth Council, hastily formed from remnants of surviving governments, offered her the role of global marshal. She declined. "I led us in war," she said. "Now someone else must lead in peace." Instead, she focused on reunification. She traveled, On foot, by solar glider, even riding horseback through broken rail corridors, meeting survivors, listening, documenting, helping communities reconnect. In Mongolia, she helped repair a geothermal plant. In Ghana, she worked alongside farmers planting drought-resistant crops. In Finland, she taught schoolchildren how to build radio towers. But not all was healing. Some blamed her, the families of the fallen. The cities sacrificed for strategic reasons. You chose who lived and died, one man accused in a Chilean village. She didn't argue. She just helped him rebuild his roof. Even as Earth began to heal, messages flickered through. The silence, deep space anomalies, hints that the Varelians hadn't vanished entirely. Some thought they were regrouping. Others believed they'd left probes to observe. Still, humanity was no longer afraid, because now they had stories of kite-fighting children, of flute-luring saboteurs, of the 1% that defied every model, and of a woman who turned probability into possibility. In the heart of Nairobi, a new school opened under a dome made of salvaged drone parts. Its name? The Ilara Institute for Unpredictable Thinking. Outside the building stood a simple statue. Ilara, not in uniform, but in boots and a weathered jacket, kneeling to help a child plant a tree. No weapons, no medals, just dirt under her fingernails. The plaque read, "When they said we had a 1% chance, we planted roots anyway." And somewhere, far beyond human reach, a damaged Varelian archive flickered back to life. The AI within.